If you're like anybody else on the internet, then you probably have seen a lot of different commentary videos and a lot of streams on, let's say, Twitch that involve some kind of music in the background. Now, the thing is, I put music in the background of my videos, and a lot of other people do as well. I think it gives a pretty good amount of attention towards the video, maybe something that makes it a little bit more intriguing rather than not hearing a single thing behind my voice. There's some weird psychological stuff to it, but I think it's a very good thing to have music in the background of your videos, and a lot of people do that. I'm sure you guys can name and probably rattle off just like dozens of people who do the same exact kind of thing. But the problem now is DMCA claims or copyright claims about specific kinds of music and whatnot that are being put out on the internet through these social media platforms, specifically online. Now, DMCA problems have been happening forever now. The thing about the entire thing is it's kind of difficult to avoid copyright unless you tightly regulate the kinds of things that are being played on your streams or on your videos or in the background of your videos. And a lot of people actually don't necessarily understand copyright rules on Twitch and on YouTube. So, therefore end up, playing what kind of music that they like and then end up breaking it off and getting some kind of copyright strike on their content. And, it's funny, I've had the same thing. I've put music that I like in the background of several videos that I've had in the past. I mean, I don't do it anymore, and I've gotten copyrighted for them or gotten them claimed. And no, I don't make any money off of my videos, but the thing is, having those claims on your videos it's not very great. And if you do make money off of your videos, then what happens is the claims that get placed on your videos for copyright have the revenue go towards the person who made that song or made that whatever. So all the money from that video, because it got copyright claimed, ends up going straight over to the person who claimed the content. And if anybody knows anything about YouTube copyright claims, and I would imagine Twitch's copyright claims as well, it's a fucking nightmare to go through. Like I said, I don't make money off my videos, so I haven't personally gone through it myself, but if you just take one simple Google search, you'll come up with literally hundreds of people who have gotten claimed by other fucking companies or other corporations and have had to jump through insane loops to try and get their stuff back to them, or maybe even just remove the song or something like that, or maybe even try to come to any kind of agreement. Now, the thing about copyright claims is a lot of people will either unintentionally put in stuff into their videos that they didn't realize was still copyrighted, which what I mean by that is if you go on like lo-fi stuff, like I put lo-fi music in the background of my videos. If you go on lo-fi stuff or like any kind of music online, like let's say you go on YouTube and you just type in lo-fi hip hop beats, a lot of the times you'll find non-copyright music. And so essentially what that means is you can use it for your stuff. You can put it in the backgrounds of your videos and you won't get copyright claimed for it. But the problem is, if you go to the comments, you'll see hundreds of people who have gotten copyright claimed for non-copyrighted music. So then you end up having to jump through nonsensical hoops all around that kind of fucking sense in order to try to get your claim taken off for something that wasn't copyrighted in the first place. Now, the whole problem with this entire thing that I'm bringing up is you probably understand how many people who are taking advantage of having music in the background of their videos, but in regards to this guy who is named Tom Tillis, he's a senator, he's trying to pass a copyright reform bill that he asked stakeholders to input. Now, essentially what this bill does is it allows the government to declare a felony for breaking these claims, or breaking this rule, I should say. So if you go on Twitch and let's say you play an album by Drake, let's say you just started streaming on Twitch and you play some kind of album that you really, really like. It doesn't really matter the artist. I don't really care. Just because you like the music and you're not necessarily 100% familiar with copyright stuff, especially since you don't have a contract with Twitch if you're a starting off streamer, like if you're not an affiliate or if you're not a partner with Twitch, then you don't have to sign a contract to stream. At least that's what I recall. So let's just say you're completely ignorant on copyright claims, which you would be surprised to know that a lot of people are ignorant on the copyright claims in regards to Twitch or YouTube. So you play music that you like in the background, and then next thing you know, your video or your clip or whatever the fuck it is that you posted or that you streamed, you end up getting copyright claimed or suspended or banned. Now, that's normal. It's very, very normal to not know the rules, play something that's not yours that you don't actually own, and then get suspended or banned for it. And in reality, that makes sense. That's perfect. That's exactly what should happen. If you break a rule on Twitch or if you break a rule on YouTube, then you should get suspended for it for multiple times and then banned if you continuously break the rules, right? But the thing is with this bill, it's going to allow people to be sent to jail or just do any kind of jail time because of these kinds of rule breaking. If you think in any way like me, I would imagine that you would expect this to be insanely ridiculous. Jail time spent for just playing music that you like in the background that's crazy to me. That's something that doesn't make much sense at all. I don't think it makes any sense to be put in the same fucking cell as somebody else who has committed like an actual felony, something that actually deserves jail time rather than just playing one album or a few songs by their favorite artist in the background of a video. Now, the thing about it is, if you are ignorant on the rules, or if you just don't know, I shouldn't say ignorant, that's a little fucking harsh, but if you just don't know the rules essentially about copyright, then I would recommend that you get familiar with them as soon as possible. Because in the real world, if you don't know something and you break the rules, that's not a reason to not be punished for it, essentially. If you kill somebody, let's say you just don't know, you're a complete fucking moron and you just don't know that killing somebody is like the worst thing you can possibly do, and you go out and you kill somebody in real life, right? You get sent to jail for it. Just because you didn't know it was illegal doesn't mean you won't get punished for it. So I recommend that you guys start getting familiar with what's up in regards to these kinds of copyright claims. But to be sent to jail for something this small is insane to me. Like, okay, so let's imagine you're a massive streamer. You have multiple videos, like, and I mean like multiple, and by like, if you're like XQC, Pokimane, Dr. Disrespect, if you're any of these people, you have like thousands, like such an insane amount of videos that it's like impossible to count, right? If you have any old videos on, like, let's say your YouTube channel or whatever streaming platform that you are streaming on, and there's just a hint of that copyrighted material in there, you could potentially get sent to jail for something like that. Now, if you're a big streamer, again, you have insane amounts of videos, chances are you have something in there that's copyrighted. And the other thing is, if you're someone who goes on YouTube for your live streams and watches videos like around there for some kind of like commentary reaction or entertainment value for the audience that you're speaking to, the audience that you're streaming to, like let's say you're making the content your own essentially by giving the commentary over it, any kind of copyrighted material that's in that video that is now on your stream is going to end up coming back to bite you in the ass. And the thing is, again, it makes sense to be punished for it, but to serve jail time over something as small as that is absolutely ridiculous. Do you know how many people on the internet have broken copyright rules? I've done it. Literally, basically every big streamer has done it. I would literally say that not a single person hasn't on the internet. If anything, I mean, it's so easy to break it that it's like unbelievable. But for someone to look at a video like that and be like, yeah, that deserves jail time because you played 3 minutes of a Drake song in the fucking middle of your video, in the middle of your Minecraft Let's Play, that's absolutely ridiculous. And it makes fucking no sense to me whatsoever. According to this article, even Justin Bieber spoke out against the bill, saying that he built his entire fan base on streaming covers over to YouTube. And now the thing is, I don't know if covers are going to count as copyright. Technically, that is the person's song, but being sung by somebody else, I don't know, that's probably a gray area, so I guess we'll find out what happens there. But this bill is fucking stupid. It makes no sense to lock people up for streaming copyrighted stuff online. It makes sense to be punished, not fucking locked up, not put in a jail cell. Or like, are you out of your mind? The fact that this is even like a thing in the middle of COVID is absolutely ridiculous to me. We're literally like in the middle of something that is way bigger than just streaming music to a platform. Like, for the love of God, it would be nice for people to actually give a shit about the things that matter, and not just because there's someone playing a few minutes of some song that they really like on their stream, or maybe they clicked on a YouTube video because they wanted to entertain their audience, and in the background there was some song that they didn't have the right to play for, like, let's say half a second before they clicked off. Like, come on, dude. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. It makes no sense to me. There's way better things to be worried about than fucking playing a few minutes of some song on your stream or in your video or something like that. Like, this just creates such a headache for people who make videos online, just like content creators or streamers. And honestly, I don't see a reason for it at all. And it's just so fucking stupid. Like, of all the things to be worried about, we're worried about this shit. Like, really? It's a problem, but like sending people to jail is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I just don't understand why people think that this is a good idea, especially at this point in time, to be worried about. Like, dude, come on. What a waste of fucking time. If you like this video, then give it a like. If you disliked it, then dislike it. If you did like it, however, then why not subscribe? Lets me know that what I'm doing is the kind of shit you guys want to see, the topics I'm talking about, the things I speak about, blah, 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 whatever. I said the same thing twice, but disregard it, I guess. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd like to hear what you guys think about everything. Then just overall get your opinion on what's going on right now, because this is pretty fucking stupid and absolutely annoying. And after all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. See you in the next one. I've been holding all I own. I've been clutching all whatever is left.